I probably said this before, but whatever. There's a lot of layoffs happening. I'm not going to say that lower jobs like mine, people who actually get their hands dirty, aren't getting laid off. But it seems that people in mid management behind computers are the ones getting laid off mostly. Because if you look at service jobs or trade jobs, there's still a shortage of people to work these jobs. It's a multi-layer type of reason why. Through the lockdowns, it helped make people lazy. It messed up people's work ethic. These jobs are below people. Um, you know, when you have Twitter still existing and they laid off or got rid of 80% of their people, when you see videos of people on Twitter saying, "Here's my day," and they really don't do much, they're pretty much parasites. These people were making like six figures to just play all day, getting free food, not doing anything productive, while people like me are out here busting our ass, doing the dirty work. I come home filthy. I hate it. I'm so tired of it. I come home absolutely filthy. Um, Literally, like when I wash myself, seeing the water go down the drains, just like black. Um, People like me not getting paid enough to do the work that we do. Um, and if companies were smart, I'm not saying that they're going to be smart. I'm saying if I was running a company, if somebody was to give me reins over a company, what I would do is I would replace as many people as I could with AI, um, getting rid of their desk jobs or whatever. And the better AI gets, I would replace more jobs. Um, and I would start paying people at the bottom more money. And that's what people need to do. That's what these companies need to do. They need to start paying people at the bottom that do the hard work, that do the manual labor. That's what should be happening anyway. I speculate that's going to happen. But when you have a shortage of people that want to do the work, people are lazy, people are entitled, people are think that they're better than other people. Oh, I'm too good for that job. I don't need to do that job. What you'll see happen is you'll see shortages. You'll see people eventually having to do these jobs because whatever they've been doing to survive is going to come to an end at some point. Um, and they're going to have to go back to work or they're going to have to do these dirty jobs. And it's going to be hard for them. I'm not saying that people can't adapt, but I'm just saying, like, people who have been sitting behind a desk, who are out of shape, who aren't used to getting dirty, are going to have to start coming down and doing these jobs like mine. Um, where I'm at, um, one person has some personal issues, so they weren't at work. And not, no, there's usually five people on my shift. Another person is about to quit, so she just didn't come into work. The supervisor was busy doing something else. She was doing her own manual labor, and it was just me and another dude. And usually, like I said, it takes about four people to run it really well. Three people can get away with it, but it was just me, and I was doing pretty much a lot of things, pretty much doing it all, because we're shorthanded and we're not getting anybody else in. I haven't heard of anybody getting hired. Um, it's hard work. 10 hours manual labor pushing heavy things around. I'm going to make a video showing you some of what I do. I have a couple of videos on here of showing you what I've done, whether it's the painting or sandblasting. Well, here's the forklift. And, I lift heavy stuff, push heavy stuff, have to like think about things. I can't sit here and just be brain dead. Like, dude, I have to actually think, overcome problems, and the that's what's going to happen. And what should happen, and if this was the real world and things weren't manipulated, is people like me. Maybe this will happen in the future. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. It's easy to speculate. I speculate this will happen. People like me will start having value in society's eyes again. And it's going to be weird, especially like women. It could be very possible that women were looking down at people like me, men like me, thinking we're scum of the earth because we don't have a high paying marketing job. We live minimalistically. We don't have all the extras, but we're stable, you know. Um, and it'll be weird if that does happen, if all of a sudden, like, I've seen like trends on TikTok. Well, it's just a trend. Oh, I'm gonna go to um, Home Depot and try to find me a husband, or a good way to find a man is 5 o'clock in the morning at the gas station. A hardworking man. They're like blah blah blah. But it was just a trend. I don't see it no more. I don't see those videos no more. But when the well runs dry on these people, and they were making six figures, which was all artificial, was not sustainable. um it would be kind of weird to see people like me have value back in our society, not looked at like a homeless bum, because that's how society makes me feel, even though I'm helping the infrastructure move forward. you know oh, I want to be with a rapper or whatever. I want to be with somebody famous. Instead of that, you start seeing women becoming more humble, more down to earth, um, more traditional. And there was this video I seen on TikTok. She was not TikTok, but on Twitter. This woman is saying, "Oh, blah blah blah," against feminism and all this crap. And these red pill guys just like blew her out of the water because they brought up pictures from her OnlyFans, and a lot of these females that went that route, and because I think that traditionalism, anti-feminism will that'll be the trend coming forward, with society, because people are going to be humbled. They're going to be humbled big time when it comes to finances. The bubble's about to pop. I'm not saying that we're going to go through a collapse. I'm saying that people's personal finances might be going through some severe troubles. Um, and they're going to have to come back down to earth. But the problem is, if these females, you know, prostitute themselves digitally, and then now they're all like, "Oh, I'm saved by Jesus," and all this, it's not gonna. You, you can't really come back from that. Like, if you're a stripper, and in the area people know you, but they don't know you on the internet, well, you could just go to another town and no one even know. Well, the internet is everywhere and it's forever. So these females who went for the quick easy buck, they just ruined themselves long term. And now there's gonna be guys that look past it. But the real men who are traditional aren't gonna take these women serious at all. Um, so I think that we're gonna be going through financial tightening. I think it's good to have multiple jobs at this point in case one fails, you have another one to go to. Um, and yeah, I think that people like me will be looked at some point. It should. This is what should happen anyway. At least looked at like a normal person, not looked down on. Society hates people like me. Um, and it's demoralizing because like I am a person that works hard. Um, I'm not negative to the society, and you look down on me like I'm some type of criminal or homeless bum or I'm just some type of worthless piece of shit. So it is very demoralizing for somebody like me, especially in our society. If you're a white man being continuously looked down on, continuously criticized, straight man, oh, you're a cisgender white man, like just continuously hit, beat up beside the head. You watch TV and then like, and just men in general, you watch TV and then you're just the idiot on the TV show or whatever or movie. Um, but it's just continuously demoralized, and at some point, like I said before, it's like the rubber band, the earthquake. The layers of the land. It gets there's so much tension and it comes back. Something like that's gonna happen where people have to come back down to reality because they're gonna lose everything. And I might be one of those people. Nobody's safe. I'm not safe. The only thing that keeps me um, okay is I have multiple um, skill sets. Not like anything huge or anything, but I was watching Horrible Bosses last night, and it was a pretty good movie. But that that guy, in the corporate, he was trying to become a salesman, top salesman or whatever, and then his boss said, "You can't go anywhere because I'm not going to give you a good recommendation if somebody So he's basically feels like he's stuck there unless he learns a new skill set. That's the only skill he had. So it's good to have multiple skills so you can be like, okay, then I can just go somewhere else. Like I don't have to be here. That's why it's bad. It's good to have a specialty, but it's good to be able to adapt and um, if that specialty runs out, like we don't need that job no more. Nobody's paying for that job. Um, yeah, so it's that's it.